Happy Mother's Day, my fellow YouTubers. It is I, Cyberman, with a actual Mother's Day review. And by that, I mean Solus Prime, the, the prime of creation. And why not? I did get her on Friday. Oh, was it Friday? Thursday? Yeah, Friday. And I was gonna review her on Friday, but I was kind of busy afterwards. And I figured, you know what? What a perfect day. It's a perfect day to do this on Mother's Day, since she is pretty much the mother of creation when it comes to it. So here is she in her vehicle mode. I gotta say though, I wasn't entirely sure how I was gonna transform this thing, because whoa, like especially when it comes to the back, like clipping that was a little scary because if you don't clip it right, especially right here and here, it would be kind of lopsided. But I finally got the hang of it. Here's her weapon, the Forge of Solus Prime, which is awesome. And there's her symbol. Beautiful. Now I know that um Toy Toy Hacks has already have made like Prima and Megatronus sticker. I can't wait to see how she looks. Though I gotta be honest, I think they could have added a little more to Prime to both of them because I seen how limited they did, but at the same time I've seen how well they look. Let's see if I can do this right. I can't really move it closely. Hold up. Let's see if I can. There you go. There's our symbol. Yeah. The good thing is that it does come apart. It took me a few, even in the directions, I had to see like which part goes where. I kind of hope somebody makes an extension for this. I probably might with my materials, but it is really cool how well this is. Now, from what I can tell, this is supposed to be something. I don't know what. Right. Yeah, like that. And then there's like this piece here, because it does that. And there's a lot of things you could, well, basically pegs to where you could put her in her bot mode or vehicle mode. Hey, there's a, hold up. In fact, let me just do, there you go. Now she's a mobile tank. Pew, pew. Alright, let's see. Let's put herself aside. Yeah, like, I was really surprised how well I transformed her. Granted, I had to be honest, like, the rumors are true. There are this piece, as well as her leg piece, often get loose and comes off, but it's an easy fix. I kind of hope, somebody on eBay will be able to make somewhat like parts for her so it won't be so loose or comes off easily, given how this is. Now she does have ports here, mostly for, well, obviously this, which is a shame because her feet, which is down here, could fit into a weaponizer form. I've done both Vector Prime and Prima for the weaponizer forms. It's pretty cool. It really is cool. I really wish they could have done more with this because this is so cool. Now, I know for a fact the rumors that she should have been a Voyager class because she's a Prime, too. To be honest, I'm not complaining about it either. But, hey, there are these parts right here that, if they want to, they could totally make it to where she could be longer and taller. There's a possibility for that. But I'm not going to mess with anything just yet. Oop, there you go. So there you are. There's her skirt piece. Around. There's a vehicle. I was really kind of like wondering, like, how is this going to work here? But yeah. Alright, 1 second. Here. There we go. Dee. Now you know some Octocon from the Power of the Primes line. So we shall reveal her Prime Core. This is so cool. Now, there's a cool idea that's going around, particularly, I forgot who said this one time, and I'm obviously giving credit if I ever remember who they are, but the idea of the prime cores is like something happened to the primes that they turn into prime cores in the first place, so that way they would somehow become their physical forms, their original forms again, which is pretty cool. It is kind of ironic that she would be yellow, although I would say that it would have been cool if she kept in these colors. But still, it's pretty cool. Now, let's get to the big girl herself. Let's just hold up. Scooch this back a bit. Now, to be frank, this part here kind of freaked me out because I almost forgot. So, what you want to do is try to split this up, because these connect right here to the sides. Yeah. And then, not that as much. And what you want to do, well, as what I like to do per se, is disconnect right here, like that, on both sides, like so. Hope you saw that. And then pull the arms out like this. Now, loosen up this, like, because there's a panels right here, as you can see, which you're going to flip up. And then, actually, first off, this part here is where you get the legs. Now, right here, these pegs, peg right here, I'm not gonna lie, okay, like these pegs right here, go right here when you transform her back. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really tell when they click or they're even connected because of how this looks, but try your best to connect it there, otherwise it's gonna be all loppy when you turn to vehicle mode. Then you split her legs, and then right here for both ones, like you're gonna move her wheel, that's important. And you push her giant toe thing right here, and then you put that back there. Then you do the same thing on this side. Then you pull this up like that, and you do the same thing. Now you can twist this over a bit. And now she has a sort of a skirt thing. I don't know how they say it, but yeah. And what you want to do is you want to pull it up like this and twist this like this, and then connect it like that, and it folds in. Now, here comes the part I'm kind of scared of sometimes. Her head right here, she pulls like that. It's a little hard sometimes, especially when you're trying to pull it out. But right about here, that's where you pull these up, the shoulder pads, like this. And you can see that's where her arm, and the little peg is where they push it in. Then you gotta make sure you pull this back, I forgot. Yeah, pull this back like that so there'll be room. Then you clip like that. And then before you close her arm things, you pull her hands out like this. Like that. And then you flip this right here, and it clicks. And then you do the same on the other hand. And then, hold up, let me just, like it, there we go. And then for this part here on both shoulders, you just want to swap it like that until it clips right here. They go all the way, but just be careful. And then you pull the shoulders down, and yeah, this is the rumors of the legs doing that kind of thing. There we go. then we have this whole thing. You pull her head like this. You do like that. You hold up. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like this panel right here, it goes like this, and then you flip it down like that. So that would be easier for you. And then you collapse right here. It should be, yeah, you collapse it like here. And you collapse in the bottom, and then you click it like that. And there she is. The first female Autobot. Prime. Solus Prime in all her glory. Ugh. Ain't she gorgeous? Now, hold that pose because I'm trying to get her at a good angle. She is cool. Now the cool part is what they did with her head sculpt. Hang on, is that she actually has like wire hair. That I'm kind of glad they kept that detail, which is, you know, at the same time it is cool, but I feel like with Prima having that translucent blue, they could have given her like at least translucent green because of how her eyes are, which is a good color. Like, I agree, she would have looked good in blue too, but it would have been cool if they gave her a nice translucent blue look because she is cool. Yeah, articulation, she has that. Ratchet like this. She probably calls someone. Shoulders can go up more. She has a lot of this, and yeah, it is pretty cool that you can also do this. But, well, that's because of the transformation, but it is cool because she can do a lot more with that pose as well. But like I said, your mileage may vary because this situation. Oh, right. We cannot forget her hammer. Oh, actually, let me push this back a bit. There we go. Oh, wait. Forgot. I'm sort of used to the other toys of this because this is how you put the hammer. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Now, I do have something very important, which I'm super glad that I tested this earlier. Let me just switch this around a bit. Just turn around a little bit. Behold, the Forge of Solus Prime, and it fits great. I admit, when I got this years ago, I never thought that it was going to fit at all. Like, legitimately didn't think this would fit her at all. I am so glad it does. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Oh, right. And there's a little piece that goes here. The reason why it's doing that is because the bottom of this is pushed up. I had this like that for years, so it's finally doing that. But yeah, there it is. Dang, this hammer's big. I'm so glad I got this years ago. Well, actually, I think I got it last year. The hammer, not Solus. Solus came this weekend. This is pretty cool. Now, I know that it is on the loose side at times, but yeah, it's still pretty cool. There's opportunities to Because let's face it, I'm already seeing like a couple of upgrades to Megatronus and Prima, and who knows when Alchemist and Onyx Prime will get their upgrades. Though I would like somebody to create a piece for each of the primes, so that way they can hold their own prime cores. Think about it. That would sell a lot on eBay. Just think about it, guys. Think about it. Now, I think I do have the link in case anyone wants their version of this. Not these. You could probably find it by yourselves on that. But this is pretty cool. I like how well it is. Also, almost forgot. See, this little peg here. You push it back. And then Primus, well, Prima, Solus can hold it. Okay, my bad. There we go. You kind of see it, my bad. Yeah, basically that. Oh yeah, a little more articulation. Yeah, like I said, yeah, she has a good form. Um, Again, like, actually re-seeing something right here for a second. Yeah, right here, seems to be pretty good. Now, you see these little clips right here, probably not that much. She basically is good like that, but she doesn't really click as much. I mean, you can kind of hear it, but it's not really much to go with. Though, like I said, if anyone wants to, they can make an extension piece here with this, and then make her taller, at least tall enough to be like Prima size. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, Chihuahua. Yeah, sorry. It's been doing that all day. But yeah, this is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a cool set. Um, and why not? If you're interested, hopefully you can find one that's cheap. I didn't really want to pay $32, but considering 29 was my best option, yeah, it was pretty worth it. Because Irony has a way of messing with me. So, yeah, there she is, Solus Prime. And I hope you all have a happy Mother's Day. I'll try my best to... I'm gonna really try my best to see if I can get Vector Prime's upgrades. I think maybe I might try to just go low onto the upgrades, because I really don't... As much as I like the idea of Vector Prime having giant wings, I think small wings are actually okay. Because either way, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of an upgrade. And like I said, like I'm hoping what I get will be enough, depending on what I can do. Because I really want to try to at least get... Like I'm a little conflicted on what I want to get, because it is a cool idea, but at the same time, I actually don't know. You know what? Never mind, just leave it. I don't know. So yeah, there she is, Solus Prime. Happy Mother's Day, and as always, see you next time.